We have our first interview, and we are hosting Mr. Boniface Musoba, Corporate Communications Officer, Higher Education Authority, to discuss the Summer School Media Training Workshop and so much more. Sir, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm actually very excited. Your introduction was impactful. I love that. No sensationalism. Let's get down to the matter. So I'm fired up, and we're so grateful as a higher education authority to be part of your program, to be part of your morning show. This is the first time actually we are featuring on a platform on ZANIS. So we are so grateful, and this shows you the impact of the summer school. That after we've had the summer school media training workshop already. Less than a week later, we're featuring on your show. Mr. Gravajozu gave remarks during the summer school, and he sort of he asked the journalist, how many have covered higher education in the last 30 days, and not the higher education authority, but higher education in general. Right. No hands were raised, and now look at us. This is less than a week later. We're featuring on your platform, so the results are there, and we're so humbled to be invited to your breakfast show.
We appreciate that fact, and your introduction means a lot. I mean,
yes, no, it was. I was fired up. If you saw me, I was like very fired up. I was like, let's go. Yes.
No, thank you so very much for making an appearance on the breakfast table.
Thank you. We
hope to have a remarkable conversation with you.
Sure.
Let's get started. Let's talk about the summer school media training. How was it?
The summer school media training was a great success. This was part of the HEA's mandate in engaging with stakeholders. One of the major ways through which we engage with stakeholder engagement, which is actually our second strategic objective. One of the major ways that we do that is through the media. HEA is not yet decentralized, so we're just in Lusaka. So for the message to go out there, we rely a lot on the media, and the media has been a great partner for us over the years. At almost every event that we have, the media is there, and they also cover us and cover our stories. So we're grateful for that. So the summer school, the intention was to train the media to better understand the operations of the Higher Education Authority, right. So that even as they are reporting, there is that deeper understanding of what HEA does, the mandates, the regulation, the law upon which HEA is founded, and also the inner workings. And one of the other most important things that we wanted to do was to understand, for us to bring the media and then find a way in which we can enhance our we can enhance the way we work together. So that was the major outcome that came out of that, to enhance the way we collaborate, to enhance the way we relate to the media, the way we can be, the Higher Education Authority can be a better source, so that at least, that way, in the message that is sent out there for higher education will be impactful. Our Director General, Professor Kajila Chinsembo, always says that you cannot have a proper sustained future without investing in higher education, and we know what a major cornerstone and pillar the media is. So no wonder we had to do the training.
Wonderful. We have NIPA students in the studio. Yeah, before we proceed with this interview, what can be your quick message to them?
NIPA students, NIPA is awesome.
Yeah, they're watching us.
NIPA is one of our higher education institutions. It's also one of the recognized ones that we have on our list. And what we do we are mandated by law by the 31st of March of each year to be able to publish the recognized and registered higher education institutions in the country. So right. The establishment of higher education in Zambia is twofold. One, as you see, from the inception of Zambia as a nation, the provision of higher education was just in the domain of the government. Then the government realized that no, they cannot do this on their own, so they needed partnership with private actors to come on board. So that's how when the law was changed to have private institutions come on board, we needed now an authority to regulate, that space, because the higher education space is a restricted space. You can't just go to Pakra, you open a business, and then you say, I will start a university. No, those are illegally operating. So you have to come to HEA, and once you come to HEA, then we register you, and through the registration process, we ensure that you have the standards that are required to operate as a higher education education institution. If you want to operate as a college, a university college, then graduate to becoming a university,
right,
or a technical university college and graduate to becoming a technical university, a technical college, all of those, we have to ensure that you have the minimum modalities to be able to offer the learning programs that you're saying you're offering and everything. So that's how HCA comes in. And then now to NIPA. NIPA is a public institution, so we just recognize that and we recognize NIPA. It's a wonderful institution.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Yeah, now a quick question. You know, a multi-million-dollar question from the public. You are in a deliberate move of training journalists.
Yes.
NIPA doesn't offer journalism. So why are you doing that?
So for NIPA, that is now comes to the institutional, what the institution wants to offer.
Okay.
If the institution wants to offer journalism, then all they have to do is come to us, they submit the learning programs. Okay. And then also that depends on what the institution has to offer, because the most important thing is that not every higher education institution should offer everything, because some don't have the capacity. Some don't have the capacity to offer, you know, technical courses. They can only have the capacity to offer maybe business courses and other humanity courses and social courses, but others have the capacity to offer technical courses, to offer engineering, to offer medicine and all of those. So not every institution can offer and should actually offer, you know, every learning program. You have to be specialized. That way when you're specialized, you'll be known for that you're good for something. Lusaka Apex Medical University, right, it's specialized. Those are medical courses it offers. And then other institutions are also specialized. We have the technical, the only technical, public technical university college that we have in Ndola that offers ICT, you know, it's there. So we have institutions that are also specializing. So if there is journalism, we have institutes like Zamcom that offer that, and we have also long-standing institutions like UNZA that offer that, private institutions like Cavendish that offer that. So it's not that every institution should offer every subject, but they should find their lane. And I think NIPA has their lane. You know, we saw there, I think a couple of years back, even their law students were performing very well at Ziali. So they have their lane, and I think they're doing very well as an institution. Yes, I think
that's a good one. Now, which draws me to my next question. From your engagement with journalists over the past 2 years, or let me just say 2 days. Recently, you're talking to journalists. You've spoken of Grevazio Zulu, who is a legendary journalist. What issues generated the most interest or questions from the media?
So in terms of generating the most interest, I think it was just the way we can be a better source as the Higher Education Authority. And then the one thing that we loved the most was how the journalists were very focused and trying to understand the minutiae of how HA operates, the minutiae of how we conduct our business. That is good because, you know, they say the devil is in the details. Right. You have to look at the details for you to have an impactful story. And talking about Mr. Zulu, that is one thing that he said, you know, and this also relates to what you said when you were introducing some topics are just sensational. You just want to sensationalize that. Yeah. But Mr. Zulu did make mention as he spoke to them, and that is the main reason that the Director General, Professor Kajila Chinsembu, wanted him to speak to the journalists to impart that wisdom. Yes, veteran journalist, years of wisdom. And he mentioned one thing, and he said that for you to have a story that lasts more than 2 days, that has an impact even going forward, it has to be more than just sensational. It has to be more than that, because if it's more than that, then even years later, people will come back to the story and read it. And one thing that we saw during the training, and one thing that was very delightful, is the fact that, you know, the journalists were asking questions about HE operations, about our legal framework, about, you know, how we move in the sector that we're mandated to regulate. So we really appreciated that, and even the stories that were coming out afterwards, you know, like in the stories that were published by Money FM and other media, other institutions, you see that, oh, they are going beyond just the clickbait journalism, because the Professor Chinsembu, our Director General, did talk about the fact that there are fake professors out there, and he rightly lambasted that. And, you know, we found that there were those usual headlines, you know, HEA, you know, blast fake professors and everything. But if you read the article, they were going deeper than just their sensationalism, and you find that, oh, this is actually affecting the nation in A, B, C, and D. So that was, I think, the great success that came out of it, and those are the issues that came out. And then another main issue from communication point of view was just how can we be a better source as the higher education authority, so that we can offer the journalists, be able to respond to their queries and be able to assist them communicate higher education properly, because you have to understand higher education is a foundation. We want to have a strong economy, higher education. We want to have citizens that are entrepreneurial and not just dependent on being employed.
Is the authority a government wing?
Sorry?
Is the authority a government wing?
Yes, yes. We were established by an act of parliament, the Higher Education Act 2013, as amended by the Higher Education Amendment Act 2021. So we are under the Ministry of Education, and that is our mother ministry. And but we are able to operate autonomously because we have a board that looks that governs the operations of the Higher Education Authority, and then we have the Director General, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Higher Education. But we are a government institution established by an act of parliament.
Okay.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Let's move on. So how does accurate and contextual reporting of higher education affect students, parents, and national development more broadly? So
that is a very good question, because accurate reporting is everything especially in higher education, even in everyday life, because, what is said has, especially the negative things that are said and out of context. I love the fact that you've looked at contextual reporting. It's very important, because you look at one of the major stories that we had that was one of the most the major trending stories that we have is when we say, no, these institutions are operating illegally, right. And the media picks that up and say, no, these institutions are operating illegally, and that is good, because the word gets out there. People will not enroll in unregistered institutions and then get illegally obtained qualifications, which the Zambia Qualification Authority will not validate at the end of the day, because remember, the law has changed. You cannot be employed unless the Zambia Qualifications Authority validates your qualification to say this is a genuine qualification. And also there are penalties when institutions are employing people that have qualifications not validated by the Zambia Qualification Authority. So that's where we come in. We have to ensure that all the institutions that are offering higher education in Zambia are registered. All of them, apart from those that fall under TVETA, because TVETA has its own institutions. But all of those that offer higher education in Zambia have to be registered by the Higher Education Authority. So now, back to your question, contextual reporting and accurate reporting is very important, because if they misreport what is happening, that can damage the reputation of an institution. And not only that, then that can damage the confidence that employers have in the graduates that are coming out of our higher education institutions. Then at the end of the day, you'll be like, the employers don't have confidence in the people the graduates that they're employing, and then it's like then it affects the economy.
So do you take legal action when there's miscommunication somewhere?
So now what has happened is we, even at the training, our legal counsel did mention that HA will now start prosecuting the offenders and everything. So when there's when there's misinformation that is out there, we try to correct it by engaging the media house and putting out statements. But we haven't litigated anybody to saying you're spreading falsehoods, and I think that would be sort of stepping out of our bounds to start prosecuting media houses. I think that's why we have the IBA. We can launch a complaint.
Do you work hand in hand with them?
We do work hand in hand with IBA. Actually, at the training, they were there. They were even the Director General.
And they're right here.
Yes, exactly. They're right next door. But we are so grateful. The Director General did come through, and he stayed during the opening, and it was such a wonderful experience, because that support that they were training the media, and that is the mother body for the media who they fall under and everything. That's a regulator. So we were so grateful that the Director General was there, and also their corporate communications officer stayed throughout the training and everything. So we are so grateful, because that showed the great support that IBA gave to HEA as HEA was doing the summer school media training workshop. So we do work hand in hand in that way.
That's beautiful. Just in case you want to be part and parcel of this conversation, please follow our Facebook page. That's ZANIS. You can leave your comment, or you can simply share this particular program and ensure that each and every person gets to be part of it. I'm still on the breakfast table with Higher Education Authority Corporate Communications Officer, Mr. Boniface Musoba. My next question, sir, and let me just put it very clear. You're a very good public speaker. The way you are coming out.
Thank you so much.
I feel intimidated.
I know, no. It's just that you started the show so well, so my morale is very high, and you pumped up, and we're so grateful to be had on this show.
We appreciate you. Now, during the workshop, the Director General unveiled several major initiatives for 2026. Could you briefly highlight with Zambians how excited you are?
Yes, we're so excited because when the Director General spoke, he also spoke about the strategic direction that HEA is taking. And this year there are quite a number of events that are coming up. We have the Higher Education Fair that is coming up, the first of its kind. We've never had a higher education fair in this country. And then we also have the professorial retreat that is coming up. As the Director General called it, he called it a conclave, where professors will meet and try and look at issues and address those issues, and then that will lead to the professors meeting His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia. So we're very excited about that, because, as you know, a professor is a moving university because of the knowledge that they have and what they have added to academia. No wonder when the professor was deriding the fake professors, the proliferation of fake professors in Zambia, that is very important, because not everybody, you just wake up today and just say you're a professor. These are people who have spent years studying, research, brought funding to institutions, and all the other components that you need to attain that professorship. It's not just a name that you give yourself because you opened a university. No. That is attained through hard work. So those people will come together, and then after that because when the Director General had a breakfast meeting with the professors, I said, we want to meet His Excellency, and we're looking forward to the Director General to making that happen. So we're so excited about that. And then the other thing, I think, which is much more media related, we'll be having media awards for the first time, and those awards that we'll be having will be honoring the media for their coverage of higher education. And it won't just be just one generic award, but we'll be looking at the staples. We'll be looking at traditional media first. We'll be looking at print, we'll be looking at radio, and also we'll be looking at photography, because that's very important. And what we did as well, as we were training the institutions, even for a photographer from ZANIS was actually part of the people being trained, and she was trained, because we understand a picture says 1,000 words, so we will be honoring that. Also, we've realized that the media has changed. There's digital media now. There are various forms of media, so we'll be honoring them, and not just honoring just short form news articles, but long form feature articles as well. We're not just honoring news segments, but also honoring documentaries, also honoring talk shows like this, like the breakfast show, this one where I'm on. This is promoting higher education. This is ensuring that the viewer out there, the listener out there, knows about higher education. So you're having an impact, and you're helping us fulfill our mandate. So how can we honor you in that way? So that is part of what is coming, and we're very, very excited about that. And in the second quarter, we'll be able to release the guidelines of how people can enter, what we'll be looking for, because the awards themselves will be at the end of the year. So we are very excited. It's a packed year, and we are coming off a year where last year we had the inaugural higher education in Daba, and that one was it was explosive. It was a branch out again of the Director General, and because when he came in, sorry, just to digress just a little bit. When he came in, and when he took over, he made a speech. When he met the Vice Chancellors, he made a speech about his transformative agenda for higher education, and you can see that systematically he is putting into place what he said he would. He said there will be an inaugural Indaba, which we had last year in Livingstone, which brought together all higher education institutions and financiers and those that are offering services in Zambia, and this came together, and this wasn't just people coming together to meet. This has actually a tangible result. The tangible result is that the CEEC also had, when they were giving out the loans, they had the loans specifically for higher education. And actually the CEEC mentioned that that was a direct result of the higher education Indaba, because they came to the Indaba, they heard what the institutions were saying, and the institutions were saying we also need funding to buy equipment to bolster our higher education institutions. And the CEEC said, okay, this is let's do this. And there was a funding that was put up to 2 million kwacha. Registered higher education institutions could go and apply for that money to ensure that they bolster their higher education institutions, which was so good, and the direct result of the higher education Indaba, which was convened last year. And this year we have the fair, the higher education fair that is coming up. So that will also lead to other things, and we are so excited. You know, it's a great year. We have a director general at the helm who has a strategic vision for higher education. So when we're going in that place, and also to our journalists out there, to you too.
Yeah.
You know, the awards are coming, so we hope you will enter.
Certainly, certainly.
Yes.
No two ways about it. Yeah. Can you kindly give a compelling summary framework even as we come to the end of this special interview?
Thank you so much first of all, allow me to say thank you for having us. Allow me to also thank the partnership that we're having with ZANIS. These are the results of a training that we had just last week, and now we're seeing the results coming up where we are on the platform for the first time.
Right.
It's actually amazing. We're
And
so
just
humbled.
in case you didn't know, we are on DSTV.
Yes, no, we know.
Okay.
We saw the permanent secretary signing. Remember, I even asked, "Are you on DSTV?" Yes. So we know the DSTV, but it's starting on Monday, right?
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Yes.
So Wednesday, DSTV. No, we'll come back on DSTV.
You
And
have
like,
to, you
yes,
have to.
but
We'll
we're so grateful for the partnership, because ZANIS has such a wide reach. So for as I'm sitting here talking to you, but the people that are listening to us are so vast and so many. So we're grateful for that. The training that we had, the media training that we had, was remarkable. Every institution that we reached out sent people to come and be trained, to come and listen, because they know the value of higher education. Mr. Gravajo Zulu challenged the institution, challenged the media that were there, and said, but you haven't covered higher education in 30 days. And now, this week alone, we've appeared in 4 different news media, and it's amazing. So the results are already visible, and then you also see that with Saturday we're here. Yeah. So we're grateful for the media houses that came through. We're grateful for this opportunity to come through. And like the Director General said in his closing remarks, he told the journalists that invest in your future. Invest in your careers. Don't let your careers just happen like that. And we hope, and like he said it very well, like we hope that the training will capacitate them in a way that will impact their future. And we're so grateful on behalf of the Higher Education Authority. Thank you so much for having us. And on a personal note, it is such a wonderful day for me, because my daughter is in the audience watching me. Yeah, so I hope I made her proud. I hope I made her proud.
That's
at least she can see that, okay, this is what Daddy means when he says he's going to work. Yes. So, but thank you so much for having us, and we're so grateful for this opportunity, and we look forward to a continued and much deeper partnership with ZANIS, and you're doing remarkable work, and you too, you're doing amazing work. Continue with that fire. You built me up today when I started.
What's the name of your daughter?
My daughter, Zoe.
Zoe, please come through.
There she is.
Don't be afraid. Come through. Yeah. Otherwise, you are inspiring not just me, but my generation. Yeah. Take a seat. She's not mic'd yet.
No, she's not mic'd.
Yeah. You want to be close to Dad.
Yes.
So I'm not inspiring you. How are you, Zoe? You're good? She's very shy.
Yeah, she's my pride and joy. She's my pride and joy, and she's in grade 7, so we are very excited. She's very excited, and it's such a wonderful opportunity for her to see me work, and for her to be here. So we're so grateful for that.
Wow, just with the audience, please. People are watching you from home.
Yeah.
Much
and she told me
appreciated.
that don't be nervous. only 1 million people will be watching you. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I won't be nervous, but she's my whole world, and being a dad is the greatest achievement of my life. The rest is just icing on the cake.
That's beautiful.
If
I was female, I was going to say, ah.
Yeah.
But I don't want to sound like them anyway.
Okay.
Thank you so very much for
Thank you
making
for
an
having
appearance. We wish you the best in all that you do. Continue inspiring our times and the next generation. Zoe, thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Well, we'll be right back after this short break. Keep watching.